Supreme Court has upheld Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for transgender minors. It's being called a stunning setback to transgender rights. The justice's decision effectively allows state governments to roll back protections for transgender people.
We've done so many things, and I'm not going to bore you with all of the details, but one of the things that I'm most proud of is the victory that we had today. So the U.S. Supreme Court decided to agree that gender-affirming care for children should not be allowed in the United States. So in the case that was before the Supreme Court, it was actually a case of Skrmetti versus the United States, and in that case, a different state had a similar law to the state of Idaho, but we had a case that was next up in line, and that case was also dismissed today because the plaintiffs in that case decided to move out of Idaho. The ACLU actually gave a press release today and said that children were moving out of the state because they didn't feel safe. The reality is that children are more safe today because of that Supreme Court decision. Because we don't have doctors and predators that are trying to force children to change their bodies because they have an emotional and psychological issue. You shouldn't be altering your body because you're struggling. I mean, how many of you, when you were teenagers, didn't struggle with your body and with your body image and things like that? Imagine when you were children, if your parents or your teachers were telling you, because you had a body image problem, that you should be cutting off a part of your body or anything like that. I think it's horrendous what society has been doing to these children. I'm grateful for the Supreme Court and grateful for the good legislature that has been leading on these issues. And I have decided that if the legislature passes a law, we're going to firmly defend that law. We're going to aggressively defend that law. And we have had victory after victory after victory because of that aggressive representation. That's what I promised you I would do as your Attorney General, and we have done it, and we have been extremely successful.
Oh, that's